Hi everyone, this is Lynissa Hayes with Makers Avenue. Today we're opening up and making MiniVerse Made from Scratch Series 1. And oh my gosh, at first I wasn't really excited about this series, but that's because a lot of new products have been coming out. But once I got my hands and we started making it, love it, love it. So I only got 3 from the TikTok shop, and I decided to wait till the rest of them come out in stores. So that's what we're doing. We're making 3 today. The first one that we have here is our pink lemonade cake. And I'm just going to unwrap these. Now, this series is unlike the other Miniverse, most of the Miniverse creations. There's no resin in this series. What they have instead is, I want to say, a clay-like product, but at the same time, it's not really clay. Now, some of the capsules do have clay, but like for the stuff for the cake, I'm not really sure what the material is. I'm really don't know. Playing with it, it feels kind of squishy, kind of silicone-y, rubbery. I don't know. And I didn't really look at the instructions to find out. But there's no resin in this kit. So I'm guessing the material's safer, I'm going to assume. Still don't eat it. Don't put it in your mouth. So anyway, yeah, here's what's come with. We have a box of cake mix, lemons, icing, a mold, which is so cute because it looks like the real thing, mixing bowl, which is adorable, cake plate, and this spatula, which is different from the ones we've been getting previously. It's not as bendable or flexible, which is good because we're actually mixing the product, so you kind of need it there. And this is canola oil. And now I'm going to open up the second one. I'm trying to show you where the pinhole is at. But yeah, there is so this is a very fun place. At first, when I saw this being advertised, I didn't know exactly what it was. Like I couldn't tell if it was like real, like we were going to be making real tiny food. No, it's still fake food, but it's just not resin, but it's still also cute. So here I got this sheet cake, which I'm very excited to get. This was one of the ones that I've been looking the most forward to getting. In fact, I want all of the cakes. And here you have the letters and the piping. I need duplicates, maybe like 5, 10 duplicates of just the sheet cake alone. It's just so gorgeous. And I really like the idea of decorating all the miniature cakes. So I think I like the cakes in this series a lot more than the regular Miniverse cakes, because you get to make it from scratch and it just feels like you're actually making a cake. And as you can see, it comes with the cute little candles and another mixing bowl and a tube of whipped frosting. I'm going to, well, you'll see when I get to the project, but I'm going to also use Decadent Air Whip. So we'll be using that. And we have another veggie oil. And yes, so this series, the capsules, right now they're gonna be around $10, $9.99. So again, we have another spatula. With this series, there is more drying time. A lot more drying time, so you kind of have to be patient. What I would do is I would probably work on several of these at a time, so that way it'll just go by faster. And last but not least, we have the cookies, the kitten cookies. We have this little mat like a real baker, so adorable. We have a cookie cooling rack, and we have our cookie stampers, spatula, and miniature cookie cutter, which is adorable. And now I definitely want to get this set again, because for the dough, well, actually I could get the dough on my own, but I think that this will be, I saw some like little cookie cutter from Hobby Lobby that are actually buttons, but for Christmas. And so now I'm like, well, what if I had that? And so now I need to find another one of these so I could use that. So we had, comes with a cute little rolling pin, icing nozzle, the dough, which is clay, Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my first one. This is the pink lemonade cake. And for this, you have to use all of it. So don't try to save some for later. Just go ahead, pour the cake mix in. I like the cake mix come in that little plastic bag. And I'm just going to take some time to just mix it, just kind of like sift, get off the lumps. This was so therapeutic and fun. It just reminds me of actually baking a cake. And you have to pour in, I'm going to come in with my canola oil, which I don't know what type of oil it really is, but you're going to pour it all in. So you can't be stingy, can't save for later. And now I'm just going to mix it up thoroughly until I get rid of all of the lumps. Now, with this set, you don't want to let it sit because it will start getting clumpy, because as it air dries, the texture changes. So as soon as you have it thoroughly mixed, you want to start pouring it. And I do have some, I'm putting it into that cute silicone mold, but bunt mold, and now I have some left over, so I'm going to use my Rice Krispie mold from the last ones, the last series I opened up, to make some pink lemonade cake squares. So cute. Again, it feels like you're really baking a cake. So I'm going to wash the bowl out later. I'm just going to kind of let it harden. And as the instructions say, you leave it for like an hour and 15 minutes. We're going to go straight into the cookies. And I'm showing you the little supplies. We have our dough. What was I gonna say? I haven't seen these out in stores just yet. I know they're coming out in December. Hopefully they come out soon before Christmas, because I want some more. But yeah, they're so cute. So now I'm just gonna mix the dough in. I don't know why I kind of split it in half. If maybe, I don't know, if you don't want to make too many, you could, save this dough later. And I don't know if both clays are two different types of clay, or if it's the same. I don't know. But like the cake, the texture changes over time. So I'm just cutting it out with that miniature cookie cutter. So right now it feels very much like clay. But it is gonna harden, not to like a hard, but it feels, like I said, it hardens more, kind of like a rubber silicone. It feels more like silicone. The best way I can describe it is it almost feels like the material that I sometimes use to make molds, like when you're making, and I don't know if that's what this is or not. It could be that. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of feels like that. So I'm mixing the rest of it, and I'm going to try to get as many of these, many of the little cookies as possible, see how many you can make. And I love the little rolling pin. I love the little silicone mat. It's just so cute. So cute. So at first, like I said, I wasn't really excited about this series. I don't know why. I should have been, but now that I'm actually playing with it, I gotta have them all, just as it usually goes. And I really enjoy the stamping aspect of stamping in the clay. So I'm using the little spatula to try to get them off. I was trying to do it in a way that's not really moving the shape too much, but you're going to move the shape of the cookies a little bit. Don't worry, it's not too bad. So I'm going to put them on the little cooling rack and let them dry. And I'm going to make some more. And I'm trying to arrange it to where it has some space. And we're going to roll out our final batch. So rolling out our final batch, we're getting ready. So I think this makes like, what, 8, no, 5, no, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 5 or 8 cookies. Okay, so I can't count. All right, so we'll look at that later. So I'm gonna put them to cool off to cool off. It's not hot. I'm gonna put them out to harden and dry, and then we'll start. Well, after I make like one or two more, so I'll have an even amount. We're gonna move on to our next one. But I think, it would be great if like MiniVerse has like their own, like a separate baker's accessory pack, meaning that, because I would, they're giving us these tools like the spatula and the mixing bowl and the molds and the so yeah, if they came with a multi-pack for us to have like cake mixes and oils, like different ones, so that way we can create it, create new stuff whenever we want. That'd be great. So I hope MiniVerse thinks about that, because I really enjoy this, and of course we don't know where else to find these materials. So please, MiniVerse, come out with a multi-pack. So anyway, we are going to start on our sheet cake. Again, so adorable. And I really enjoy mixing it. Like, it feels like I'm actually making a real cake. Looking at the instructions, you have to use all of the oils. So don't try to save any for later. You want to use it all up. And I'm just mixing thoroughly to make sure I get rid of any lumps. And again, I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still trying to figure out what material this is. If it's clay, it feels like a squishy material when it dries. So I don't think it's clay per se. If it is, it's some unusual type of clay. But I'm pour it into my mold, and you have to let it sit for like an hour and 30 minutes. So you have to have patience with this set. It is going to change the texture over time. Here I am after the cookies have hardened. I'm going to come back in with my icing in between the layers. And the consistency of the icing also changes over time. It becomes like a more is firm, rubbery, silicone-y, I don't know, kind of texture. Which, it works because I feel like that's suitable, because you don't have to worry about it like breaking or anything. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, but I also off camera tried to do a little experimenting where I use puffy paint. That's not necessary. I just wanted to see if it worked. Like if you run out of icing, if you want to try this, you may want to try puffy paint or some kind of fabric 3D paint. Now, it didn't have the same kind of dimension that this has. When it dries, it deflates, but that is an alternative if you run out. So I'm gonna take my little pink lemonade bars out of the mold, and again, it's not fully set, meaning in that time period I feel like it still gets a little bit harder over time, but it's set enough. This is based on what the rules say. I think you give it like an hour and 15 minutes. That's, yeah, so it's ready to come out, and I'm gonna set it, arrange it on the plate how I want it to. Now I covered it with icing, and I maybe did a lot too much icing. It was kind of gloopy, but you'll see me come to that. So now I'm just gonna pop that lemonade cake out of the mold. Oh my gosh, so adorable. It really looks like a bundt cake. I'm so excited for that mold. And looking back at this, I wish I kept that paper doily off, because it kept sliding when I was putting the icing on. So you probably just do better just putting it onto the cake dish directly. And this glaze has the real texture of a real cake glaze, so it looks like a bundt cake. Reminds me of all the bundt cakes I've ever made, except maybe I never made pink bundt cake. But the glaze is very runny, which you want for this. Now I'm going to come back in like once it kind of hardens a little bit, it will harden. So you can come back in with some more to try to give it some dimension. you can do that, which I will do. But see, that's what I'm saying with the doily. I think I should have left it off because it was sliding around on me, but no biggie. So I'm just going to arrange my pink lemons onto my cake, and I'm going to cut the rest for my pink lemonade bars. And now I'm just trying to arrange it in the best way for it to fit on the plate in an aesthetically pleasing way. I've also been thinking, I did have a couple of the Make It MiniVerse, Make It Makeup series. However, I tried playing with it, and like in the middle of the very first one, I was like, I don't really care for this. It was too much of a, to me, it felt like too much of a hassle, too much of a mess, considering that, again, even though it is wearable, I feel like it was too much of a mess to where I knew I wasn't going to be wearing it like that. So I did something else. I kind of turned those containers into containers that hold art supplies. But I don't know if I should post the video or not. It was very short because I didn't really use the stuff the way I was supposed to. I wasn't feeling the makeup series. So I did try it out. I just wasn't feeling it. I know it works. It works. I just wasn't feeling it. I think I got one of the lip stains or lip oils, and I tried to put it on my skin. I was like, you can't even see the color. So my skin tone, like, you couldn't really see the colors. I was like, what's the point? And then the nail polish, it's not an actual nail polish. It wipes off with water. So I didn't. That's why I haven't posted anything with the makeup series. But if you're interested to see what I did with it, let me know and I might post it. So anyway, I'm taking some yellow and white sprinkles because I feel like that goes with the desserts, this pink lemonade desserts. And I'm going to come in with a few blueberries to top my pink lemonade cake bars. And I feel like it was, that blueberry is very aesthetic, very aesthetic to this. But as you can see with the icing, you got to be careful with this icing because it is runny. For my cake bars, I kind of put too much and it kept going all over the place, but it still worked out. So now we're at my sheet cake and I love it. Now you can use the icing that they give you. However, I'm going to go to the whipped decadent. The reason why, I notice when I've been watching other videos of the icing that they provide, it looks rather stiff. And I wanted this to be an enjoyable moment because to me, frosting the cake is one of the best parts. And so I felt like the decadent whip that I had was easily more spreadable and I could use as much as I wanted. It's pretty much like the same type of product, but this one is just a little bit more spreadable and more enjoyable for me. But feel free to use what they have. I'm not going to say I'm not going to use that. I will for other projects. I wanted to use my decadent whip. So taking a little spatula and I'm frosting my cake. And oh, this was such a soothing process to lay down the frosting all buttery smooth. Again, you're going to be tempted, but don't try to eat it. So I'm laying this down, and for this project, I'm going to customize my cake with some other like mini cake accessories and nail accessories. This again, I can get like 10 of these duplicates because this was just such a cute project to make. So once I'm finished frosting, I'm going to take that border, the icing borders, and put it around the cake. Now it left like small little gaps in the corners, which no big deal, but I'm gonna add little things to kind of cover those gaps. And you're just gonna put it in The whipped clay is going to act like a little glue. So you don't have to, again, this isn't resin. It'll air dry. And so now I'm about to I'm putting on the top decoration, and I'm going to figure out my message. Now, I don't know if this was just mine or my letters, but I could not find an E at all. No E's were found in my pack. And I didn't notice if there was any other letter that was missing, but I couldn't find any E's at all. So I was about to. I think I put Maker Minis for my channel, but there's no E. So the E has to remain implied. So when you look back at this video where you're reading the message, just pretend like the E is there. So I don't know if everyone else, if you're missing letters, I know I'm missing all my E's. So that's what I'm just putting this on top of the cake. And what else was I going to say? I know I've seen some people try to make mold of these letters. I could do that, but I feel like these letters are so small that that's too much work. I'm not going to try all that. I don't like to fiddle with too small of things. I feel like that'd been too much work, and I don't know if it will come out right. So I'm just going to have to get duplicates and get all the letters that I can get, or we'll come up with something else. So now you'll see me customizing the cake. This is extra stuff that I have in my stash. There is this miniature cake shop. She makes a lot of miniature clay cakes, and it's called Clazy Fun. And I've been meaning to do a video of her products. I haven't yet. But anyway, she sells this accessory kit that comes with a lot of accessories that you can decorate miniature cakes, which is perfect for this. And so as soon as I got this, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to. I already had this, so I was like, yes, I'm definitely using this. And so I kind of went crazy. I have some flowers, have little miniature roses, miniature leaves. This is a fake little miniature lollipop. Just different things. She has ribbons. So again, her website is called Clazy Fun. She has a lot of different cake kits, icings, whipped clay. Some of this stuff you can find on Amazon, but some of her stuff I would mostly find it on her shop. She even has candles. So, but I'm using the candles from the MiniVerse, and so here I am just putting it on my cake, and here's the final look. It's just so gorgeous and so cute, and so yay. So here's the final looks at my cookies, my cake, and my lemonade cake. Let me know what you think. So like I said, I really enjoyed the process. I can't wait when I see them in store, because I'm going to get the whole set or try to get as much as I can. But yeah, here's some final looks of the my sweets. Don't mind my lighting. It's kind of changing colors in the video. So let me know, are you excited to get this set? Like I said, this set I really enjoyed it, even though I didn't think I was going to be that into it. I don't know why I thought that MiniVerse hardly ever disappoints. But yes, thank you for joining me. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for the support. Bye.